What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? So, listen, we're gonna go ahead. I'm gonna try to rock with this as long as I can. All right. This is Braxton Family Values, season 7, episode 1. I'm pretty certain this is probably the last season. So we start the episode off. Of course, we also online with the sisters and her mom talking about Tamar being rushed to the hospital with the attempted suicide. And then we go back 7 months earlier. And so this episode was really two major things were happening in this episode. The first thing we see Tony is working on a new album. I think one of the singles has already been released, maybe two. She's talking about her upcoming tour, which we know got canceled because of COVID, child. And she's at a photo shoot. And here comes Tamar being Tamar. She's loud. She done bought alcohol. She done started trying to tell Tony what to wear. She trying to direct. She's loud. See, this is the stuff that we talk about when we talk about Tamar. Why do you have to be the center? Why does everybody have to know you're in the room? Like, we know you're there, boo. It's cool. It's okay. But whatever, child. Whatever. Um, Tony, interestingly enough, doesn't address any comments that Tamar makes about Birdman or a wedding. So I think that situation is over. Whether it was real or fake, I think it's pretty much done. Tony, they keep having to blur Tony's breast out because every outfit she wear, she showing her boobs. I feel like half of LA done probably, if this happened at every photo shoot, half of LA done seen Tony Braxton's boobs, child. I mean, girl, whatever. Uh, so then they're talking about Trina's bachelorette party, which Tamar is going to. Tony can't because she has to work. Later on in the episode, we see that she has a video shoot. She's doing the video for her song. I think it's called Dance. And it is. She said that she's trying to do a little choreography and she's doing like a little throwback Janet Jackson or whatever. And I do feel like that outfit she had on was very 90s Janet Jackson-esque. You know, it's like that oversized tuxedo suit thing with the hat, the brim. I felt that vibe. Now, I mean, not the choreography part though, not the choreography part, but the outfit, the vibe, the song. Like that song Dance could very easily have been a Janet Jackson song. Okay. Anyway, so that's pretty much all we saw of Tony this episode. And then Tamar, they filmed their little scene and then Tamar left, child. So next we see Trina. Now here they crack me up with this, y'all. Listen, they film in Washington D.C. like that's where Trina lived. Trina don't live in Washington D.C. Trina, last we saw Trina was living outside of Baltimore. Now I don't know where, but okay, whatever. See, I'm harping on stuff. Let me not. We see her talking to her husband, and basically she's like, "Listen, I still feel some kind of way about how things went down." And what we find out is Napa happened 9 months prior to this, and Tracy hasn't. She hasn't talked to Trina. I mean, she hasn't talked to Tamar at all. She hasn't talked to Tawanda at all. She says she's talked to Trina a few times, probably connected to the wedding, and she's talked to. She says she barely even talks to her mother at this point. So whatever is going on with Tracy, it seems to be a lot. Like, I don't know. I don't know. But Tracy is still upset. So clearly nothing has been resolved since they made that trip to Napa. And I forgot that Tracy had snapped on Tawanda. Like, I remembered the whole Tamar thing, but I forgot she snapped on Tawanda too. And I really don't remember the context, other than she didn't appreciate Tawanda's boyfriend trying to insert himself. But whatever. I think his intention came from the right place. And he does know y'all a little deeper because didn't he produce the Braxton's first album? But I forgot. Tracy wasn't on that album because that's the album that, okay. Never mind. Forget I said anything, child. So, she's going to go to the bachelorette party, but she's feeling some kind of way about the whole situation. They need to talk. She's not sure whether she want to talk or not because they're going to respect her and she's tired of feeling the way she feels. I'm a little like Tracy and Trina know how to butcher the American language. That's all I'm gonna say. I said American language, the English language, but the American English language. They know. You got Tracy not finishing words, and you got Trina making up words. She said something about nerve. She didn't say nervousness, nervously. No, nervousism. I don't know what it was, but it was a word that did not exist. I was like, what? I meant to write it down. And then you have Trina. So I really feel like at the end of the day, Tracy is still upset because ultimately Tracy feels like she said that things have been said to her like you're not a real Braxton and this, that, and the other. Now remember the sisters were angry with her because she continued to film last year when they decided they was gonna boycott, and she was like, I need my check. And so they were upset by that. Anyway, so we're at the bridal shower. It's at Tamika's house from Escape. That's her and Trina are really good friends, and she's hosting the party, and everything is penis, 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 penis. And once again, here come Tamar being approved, acting like, oh my goodness, I can't believe this. Why? What? Penis? Why has it got to be penis? Why have to be penis? And Tawana was like, because it's a bachelorette party, and that's what we do at bachelorette parties. Just like men, they probably sitting with some boobs, and everything is a boob this and a boob that, and they got strippers. Like, we just do the female version. Why are you being such a prude? And I mean, Tawana, at first Tamar was being like real prudish, but she did warm up. I mean, she still did her Tamar thing, like was on her phone the whole damn time. I be trying to figure out who the fuck Tamar talking to. Tamar is always on her phone. No matter what they filming, no matter who she with. When she with David, she on the phone. When she with her sister, she on the phone. Who the hell you on the phone with the whole damn time? The whole damn time? Anyway. But there's like a whole theme here. The ladies put on lingerie. And Tamar got into it. Her lingerie was real cute. Tamar looked really, really cute. And you saw some of Trina's other friends. We saw her co-host from the Sister Circle. Quad was there. The other young lady whose name is escaping me right now. Lily was there from SWV. It was a few of Miss Juicy was there. So it was some people there, some Atlanta folk there. And Trina got there. And we saw a scene with Trina talking to her mom, and they were just having a good conversation about the wedding, and the wedding had to be changed to St. Louis because Vaughn, her fiance's mom, is sick and she can't travel. And she was like, I would never get married with you not there, and I wouldn't want him to have to make that decision either. So, we made the wedding in Atlanta because all my people can move and travel. She brought up the fact that, her dad was going to be there and he wanted to sing. And Miss Evelyn is cool with him being there. She ain't too crazy about him wanting to sing because she said, baby, he can't sing. I tried to teach him. It just ain't going to work. Trina, all these damn T's. Tracy does show up, and she said, listen, I still have some issues with my sisters, but this isn't the time or the place. I'm here to have a good time. I'm not really sure how it's going to go, but I'm here, and I'm going to enjoy myself. And she did, okay? I did not see her and Tamar interact. That doesn't mean it didn't happen. I just don't remember seeing it. But they didn't have any sort of conflict either. It just was what it was. They was in the room together, child. They was in the room together. The other thing that Tracy brought up was the fact that her niece that passed away, she said, she was like a daughter to me. I did not birth her, but she was like a daughter to me. And that is something that I've really been grieving as well. Now, let's talk about this bachelorette party for a second. Listen, Tawanda is a freak, okay? First of all, they had a demonstration there, and I'm assuming that the people were demonstrating how to optimize orgasms. And the ladies kept talking and all that, and then Trina got upset. She said she said that this is something Tony wouldn't be cool with. But then she said it was disrespectful. I don't know why she got upset, but whatever. I feel like that was edited and it didn't make sense. But Trina got upset. She said that people would be disrespectful because I thought she was saying disrespectful like, I'm not enjoying this disrespectful. But then she said she was enjoying it, but she felt like the fact that people were talking, they were being disrespectful. So I don't know. But she came back to the party and it was what it was. Then they had another whole presentation with naked guys and grapefruit, and all I could think about was the movie Girls Trip, whatever. So that was a whole situation. Then of course they had strippers. Child, they had strippers. But it looked like everybody had a good time. Like, that's what you do. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do at a bachelorette party. Like, whatever. And Tamar, you done been to 5,672 bachelorette parties. You know what the hell it is. Like, you know what it is, Tamar. You done been married. You done had a kid. You done had boyfriends. Girl. It's like, at this point, at the age that you are, Tamar, it's like baby showers. You'd have been to so many damn baby showers that if you don't never go to another one, you'd be all right. The same thing with the bachelorette party. Like, it is what it is, okay? Then we have a really nice scene with Trina, Vaughn, her father, and her father's wife. And she said, I'm trying to not make past mistakes. In the past, her father didn't come to her wedding and give her away her wedding because she gave her father an ultimatum. And even though the wife was like, go, I don't want to be the reason why you don't go to your daughter's wedding. He was like, hell no. Like, I'm the father. She's the child. She doesn't get to dictate to me. This is my wife. And at a certain point, I got to put my foot down and you have to respect the fact that she's my wife. Now, I feel like this is something they worked out when they went to Mexico. I feel like he didn't articulate that. And so for a long time, they blamed the wife. And it really wasn't the wife's fault. So Trina said, I don't want to make those same mistakes. I let mommy know that I invited my dad and his wife are coming so that nobody's blindsided. But I did not want the same thing to happen. And I want my father there to give me away. She ain't too crazy about him wanting to sing. But... And the father made a very interesting... First of all, I like their father. I mean, whatever he did to Evelyn, that's between him and Evelyn Child. I don't know them people. But I think he's funny. I think he loves his daughters. But I also think that his thing is, I fucked up. I made a mistake. But how long I got to pay for it? I think that's kind of his attitude about it. He said, I've been married to my wife for 20 years. Like, at a certain point, we all just got to move past it. And I'm not going to keep being punished for something I did 20 years ago. But what I found interesting was he was like, Tracy is, it was easy for Tracy and I to move past our issues because Tracy is easy to talk to. We can talk about things. She listens and we were able to move past it. And I feel like he didn't say it. He didn't say it with any type of name or anything attitude. But I do feel like that was a little bit of a slight to maybe some of his other daughters that he still has some conflicts with that he ain't been able to work things out with. I don't know. I could be wrong. Hell, he might have been talking about Evelyn. I don't know. The other thing was they're having a non-traditional wedding, meaning she's not having no bridesmaids. Vaughn's brother, I think, is his best man, and then his son is his groomsman or whatever, and then on her side, brother is, I guess, it wouldn't be maid of brother of honor, shit, I don't know. And her sons are going to stand with her. And she said it wasn't any slight to any person. It was just we wanted to do things to be a little non-traditional, and this is what it is. I think she didn't want to deal with her damn sisters. That I don't care. That's what I think. I think she said, listen, this is what I'm going to do, and this is what it's going to be. It's going to be your kids, my kids, and that's it. We ain't doing all of that extra. But this is also her third wedding, so. I mean, Tawanda and Tracy had a conversation, and Tawanda's thing was, I know Tracy still got some issues with us. Things haven't really been cleared up since Napa Valley. But I want to be here. I want us to either agree that we're going to have this conversation and we're going to be good, or we're going to have a conversation after the wedding. Because what I don't want is for anything to interfere with Trina's day. So we either going to talk about it now and we're going to be good, or we're going to hold on to this until later. And here's where Tracy lost the entire out of me. Y'all, I don't understand what the hell Tracy problem. I don't feel like she accurate. And then y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I just didn't follow it. I mean, I can sort of surmise myself, but I ain't understand nothing she was saying. Cause she was like, she felt like they were smothering her. But I thought you said you felt like that they didn't pay you no attention and that you were cast aside. She said she felt like she's a Braxton, step Braxton. She's not even a real Braxton. But then you said you felt smothered. It can't be both. Like it can't. It just that don't even make no sense. If they either they ignoring you or they paying you too much attention. I don't understand. But we know what Tracy's issues have been. Okay, at the end of the day, they do treat Tracy like the afterthought. And the fact that it's been 9 months since Napa and y'all ain't cleared this shit up. Y'all wait till the cameras are rolling to decide to talk about it, which means that everybody went back to their separate corners and they went on with their life. Which says to me that y'all sisterhood really ain't that deep of a sisterhood. I mean, each sister they have different relationships, but it seems like all the sisters have moved on without having a relationship with Tracy. And I'm not saying that nobody called Tracy. I ain't saying that. I don't know what happened. I don't know if people tried to call her or not. But that's weird. 9 months? That's a long time. That's been almost a year that you haven't talked to your sisters. And again, she said she's talked to Trina. But I'm sure that was probably connected to wedding stuff. You know? And cause she said she barely even talked to her mama. I don't understand that. I don't understand not talking to your mama. Anyway, but that was pretty much this episode. The rest of the season, it looks like the season is not all about Trina's wedding. It looks like maybe these first couple of episodes are, and then we move into other issues. But we'll see. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.